Imagine this. One fine day, your company gives you access to one of the most powerful AI coding tools. You use it, you love it, and your productivity increases rapidly. Then suddenly, your company says, we are canceling most of the AI licenses. Not because the tool failed, not because engineers hated it, but because the AI bill may have become too expensive. The same thing happened at Microsoft now with Cloud Code. Hi, welcome to Software Life. I'm Seshidhar, and I have close to 20 years of experience in the IT industry. Even companies that couldn't fix their own websites or mobile apps suddenly became so-called AI-first organizations. And the investors? Oh, they really loved it. If a company casually added the words generative AI somewhere inside a PowerPoint presentation, boom, stock goes up, funding arrives. And LinkedIn influencers start writing emotional posts like, proud to announce our AI transformation journey, etc. Bro, your company still uses Excel sheets as databases. Relax, guys. But now something interesting is happening. The fantasy phase is slowly ending up, and the reality has entered the chart. According to multiple reports, Microsoft has started cancelling most internal Cloud Code licenses for employees. The affected teams reportedly include engineers working on Windows, Microsoft 365, Microsoft Teams, Outlook, and Surface products. This is not some random startup making panic decisions after burning VC money. This is Microsoft, one of the richest companies on the earth. The same company that invested billions into OpenAI. The same company pushing Copilot into literally each and everything, including probably calculators and refrigerators soon. And even they are suddenly becoming careful about AI spending. That should make everyone pay attention. Now here is where the story becomes really fascinating. Apparently, developers actually liked Cloud Code. No doubt about it. Reports suggest engineers genuinely preferred Cloud Code. Adoption was high, usage exploded, productivity improved, which sounds great until you understand how AI economics actually work. Because every AI interaction costs money. Every prompt, every code suggestion, every context window, every agent workflow, every request that you write as rewrite this function elegantly, everything burns compute. And the compute is not cheap, not even slightly cheap. See, this is what most people still don't understand about AI. AI feels magical to users because somebody else is paying the infrastructure bill behind the scenes. Users are enjoying the magic, but companies are staring at terrifying invoices. Now officially, Microsoft says this shift is about standardizing around GitHub Copilot CLI. And yes, that's partly true. But come on, timing matters. The cuts are reportedly happening just before the end of Microsoft financial year. Convenient timing, no? The very corporate behavior, classic cost optimization, which is corporate language for, guys, finance department is getting nervous. But there is another deeper reason here. Microsoft owns GitHub, Microsoft owns Copilot, Microsoft owns Azure, and Microsoft owns roughly 27% of OpenAI. Meaning, every engineer using Copilot strengthens Microsoft's own ecosystem. Every workflow, every prompt, every dollar, every training signal. Which means everything flows back into Microsoft controlled infrastructure. Cloud may have been loved by developers, but Copilot is Microsoft's kingdom. And platform strategy usually defeats developer emotions. This happens constantly in tech. Engineers want freedom, corporations want control, and stakeholders want profits. Guess who usually wins? Exactly. Now here is the scary part. Microsoft is not alone. Uber recently revealed that heavy AI users inside the company were generated AI costs between $500 to $2,000 per month per user. Think about that. Imagine hiring 1,000 engineers. Now imagine each engineer quietly generating cloud bills equivalent to premium MacBooks every few months. Suddenly, the narrative of the so-called AI replaces humans becomes slightly awkward. Because now companies are asking, wait, are we actually reducing costs? Or just replacing salary expenses with GPU expenses? And honestly, that's very uncomfortable question for the AI industry. Then came Nvidia, and this part is genuinely shocked me. Brian Catanzaro, VP of Applied Deep Learning at Nvidia, reportedly said, for my team, the cost of compute is far beyond the cost of employees. What did he say? For my team, the cost of compute is far beyond the cost of employees. That's reality today. The company that really sells AI chips is openly admitting compute costs can exceed employees' costs. Because the entire AI narrative was built on one core assumption, that AI is cheaper than humans. But what if in many situations it's not? What if companies eventually realize, yes, AI can generate code, but the infrastructure bill is eating their margins alive. That changes everything. And suddenly, Google's latest move makes perfect sense. Google recently introduced lighter Gemini models focused heavily on reducing token consumption. Not because developers wanted less intelligence, but because developers wanted lower costs. That's the key shift happening right now. The AI war is slowly moving from who has the smartest model to who can deliver acceptable intelligence at sustainable cost. Huge difference, right? Because intelligence alone doesn't build businesses. Economics does. See, the AI industry has now entered its most dangerous phase. The experimentation phase is over. The wow phase is also over. Now comes the terrifying part. Can this scale profitability? And that question is brutal. Because AI systems are unbelievably hungry. They consume GPUs, electricity, inference power, massive data centers, cooling systems, tokens, context windows, and now interestingly, AI agents talking to other AI agents. Basically, machines are now having expensive conversations with other machines while finance teams slowly lose hair. And what about startups? Honestly, startups should be very, very worried because Microsoft can still survive mistakes. Microsoft can burn millions experimenting, but startups cannot. If a startup accidentally spends $20,000 monthly on AI tokens, it's painful, but they can still survive. But what if they spend $2 lakh? Then game over. They post in LinkedIn that after an incredible AI journey, we have decided to pivot, which literally means that the GPU bill killed us. This is why most AI startups today are actually sitting on a hidden time bomb. Many of them are optimizing for growth, not sustainable economics. And investors are slowly realizing this. Generating output is easy. Generating profitable output is very hard, really hard. That's the real challenge now. Because AI productivity is meaningless if every productivity gain creates even larger infrastructure expenses behind the scenes. And the twist is, even while Microsoft is reportedly reducing internal cloud usage, it is also discussing supplying AI chips and infrastructure to Anthropic itself. That's a genuine move. Because Microsoft may have realized something extremely important. Applications can come and go. Infrastructure wins long term. They don't necessarily need every employee using cloud. They need AI companies buying Azure, buying compute, buying chips, buying cloud capacity. That is where the real money exists. And honestly, this is where many people completely misunderstand the AI race. The biggest winners may not be chatbot companies. The biggest winners may be the companies that sells digital electricity behind the AI boom. So what's the takeaway from all this? Simple. 2024 and 2025 were about AI intelligence. And 2026 may become the year of AI economics. The question is no longer, can AI do the work? Increasingly, the answer is yes. The real question now is, can AI do the work profitably? And Microsoft's decision suggests the answer is not always, at least not yet. Which honestly makes this entire AI race even more interesting. Because now companies must balance three things simultaneously. Powerful AI, affordable AI, and scalable AI. And achieving all three together, that's incredibly difficult. Anybody can build flashy demos, but very few can build sustainable businesses. That distinction matters now more than ever. And if you're an IT employee watching this video, don't panic. But also don't sleep peacefully thinking AI hype will magically disappear. AI is absolutely transforming the industry. That part is real. But the transformation may happen differently than people predicted. Instead of replacing entire teams overnight, companies may become obsessed with efficiency. Smaller teams, smarter workflows, controlled AI usage, disciplined automation. Basically, the future may belong not to companies using the most AI, but to companies using AI intelligently without financially destroying themselves. That's the real game now. That's why I always say never blindly follow hype cycles. Every technology boom eventually collides with economics. Always. .com boom, crypto boom, metaverse boom. Now AI is entering that same reality check phase now. The winners survive because they adapt. The losers disappear because they believed hype alone was strategy. Anyway, what do you think now? Is Microsoft simply optimizing costs? Or is this the first major signal that AI economics are becoming unsustainable at scale? Let me know in the comments below. And this is it for now. I'll meet you in another interesting and insightful video again. Bye for now.